Adam Gazzaley, The Distracted Mind, Ancient Brains in a High-Tech World. Welcome to the fascinating summary of The Distracted Mind, Ancient Brains in a High-Tech World by Adam Gazzaley. Dive into the inner workings of the human brain and understand how our cognitive control and executive functions are constantly challenged in today's digital age. Learn why our brains have a harder time focusing on our goals due to the interference caused by modern technologies like smartphones and social media. Discover how our primitive urges and internal reward systems play a part in exacerbating our susceptibility to distractions. Get ready to explore practical ways to enhance cognitive control and make mindful changes to effectively adapt in our high-tech world.
The power and vulnerability of cognitive control. The human brain is a marvel, complex and powerful, with executive functions that help us plan, decide and evaluate, and cognitive control that allows us to achieve those goals. Without cognitive control, our ability to pay attention and remember our goals would be lost, leaving us aimlessly wandering through life. Unfortunately, our cognitive control is under increasing stress and strain as we face greater complexity and interference. Compared to our executive functions, cognitive control appears to have evolved less, making us more vulnerable to distraction and forgetfulness. This explains why we struggle with seeing tasks through, but we can improve by understanding the power and vulnerability of cognitive control. The power of perception-action cycle. Our behavior isn't entirely under our control, and involuntary actions are part of our survival instinct. External stimuli are called bottom-up influences that cause immediate and involuntary responses. On the other hand, top-down influences are internal mechanisms that help us evaluate a situation before responding. These mechanisms are responsible for our perception-action cycle, guiding our actions with our understanding of the world. Thus, we can pause in the moment and choose the best response. Although our behavior is driven by both types of influences, involuntary behavior is a part of who we are, and we shouldn't resist it. Rather, we should appreciate the survival instinct that it represents. The distracting world of technology. Modern technology has placed a significant burden on our cognitive control. Whilst we are unable to blame our phones and TVs entirely for our perpetual distraction, it is obvious that modern technologies exploit our brain's intrinsic susceptibility to interference. These distractions impede our performance and sidetrack us from our goals. However, it's not simply enough to avoid TVs, internet, and cafes when we need to achieve objectives, and the reason for that is humans have an innate attraction to interferences. This behavior is linked to our internal reward system, which explains why we end up juggling smartphones, TVs, and tablets. The same hit of satisfaction we feel when we find food is now triggered when we engage in activities like Googling, Twitter browsing, or TV watching. Unfortunately, even when these distractions hamper our performance and interfere with our goals, we let them continue. It's part of being human, and this primitive desire for food, now information, has become inescapable. Tech interference. Technology has made access to information easier than ever, but it has also created distractions. The internet, smartphones, and social media have significantly changed society's behavior by deliberately accentuating interference. These three technologies make it extremely difficult to focus on one task at a time or to sustain concentration over an extended period. A 2013 study showed that students could only keep their attention on one task for 3 to 5 minutes before they directed their focus elsewhere. This occurs in non-work environments too. People can't help but play with their smartphones instead of engaging with each other. A 2012 study showed that younger adults switch tasks, on average, 27 times every hour. Tempted by technology. The number of people who seek medical help after texting while walking has increased substantially in recent years. 4 factors lead to this behavior: boredom, anxiety, accessibility, and lack of metacognition. Boredom decreases when we switch between tasks and information sources, and anxiety levels go down when we check our smartphones. Access to technology is easy, but being aware of our own thought processes can help us avoid distractions. Unfortunately, these factors combined make it tough to resist the temptations of modern technology. Boosting cognitive control. Physical exercise and cognitive training are effective ways to alter brain function and enhance cognitive control. If you want to improve your cognitive control, you can change your brain or your behavior. This summary focuses on the former approach. Fortunately, modifying your brain doesn't involve surgery. The brain is adaptable, and its structure, physiology, and chemistry can change constantly. Therefore, cognitive control can be improved through various means. One of the most effective ways to change the brain is through physical exercise. Regular exercise can improve both physical and mental health, inducing neural changes that boost cognitive control. Studies reveal that physically fit children exhibit better cognitive control than their less fit counterparts. Even during a virtual reality exercise, fitter children showed less distraction. Another way to modify the brain is through cognitive exercises, which are also known as brain training. As with physical exercise, cognitive exercises need to be repeated regularly and adapted as proficiency increases. The active trial of 1998, which examined the cognitive control ability of older adults, revealed remarkable results. The participants improved their cognitive control in attention, causing 50% fewer traffic collisions than their control group counterparts. In conclusion, physical exercise and cognitive training are effective ways to enhance cognitive control through altering brain function. Cognitive control improvement. The article emphasizes that cognitive control improvements can be made by changing our behavior. You don't have to go through a complete digital detox to increase metacognition while decreasing boredom, anxiety, and access to technology. Familiarizing yourself with the danger of texting and driving can increase metacognition, therefore discouraging you from texting while driving. You can reduce access to technology while driving by using apps such as DriveOFF and Drive Mode to block incoming texts, emails, and phone calls. If you start getting bored while driving, try chatting with passengers or listening to audiobooks, podcasts, or music. Lower your anxiety by letting colleagues, friends, and family know about your regular commute time, or use an app like Live2TXT to inform people that you're driving and will get back to them shortly. By using these tools, you can lower your chances of being distracted while driving. Combating interference. In a world where technology can interfere with our ability to form relationships, it's important to take steps to combat this. Putting your phone away and designating technology-free zones can reduce accessibility to devices. Actively engaging in conversation can combat boredom and increase engagement. Finally, communicating your schedule to others can reduce anxiety. While technology can be helpful, too much can be detrimental.
In conclusion, the distracted mind sheds light on the fact that our cognitive control is under siege, as we struggle to maintain focus amidst the proliferation of modern technology. It highlights how our brains are still adapting to the complexities of the high-tech world, and exposes the reasons we are drawn to distractions like checking social media or browsing the internet. Most importantly, the book offers practical solutions and strategies to improve our cognitive control and minimize distractions. By doing so, we can harness the power of technology without letting it control us, and achieve more balanced, rewarding lives in an increasingly connected world.